Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ansible Sikho, Learn, Automate and Deliver. So in this session we are going to see the variable part and set fact part. Okay, so this is very crucial and very important as a part of uh, developer. Okay, so here we are going to see how we can define a variable and we can use that variable to display its value or we can use it. Okay, so we are going to use the same playbook as we used in our previous video. Okay, so here I'm going to say Vars. Okay, let's say variable one. Okay, or I will say var one. Okay, then here I will say var one will have a string name for my name Ramesh. Okay, then variable 2 will be like integer value, and variable 3 will have a kind of a floating value 20.5, right? So here if you will see, while giving a string name, okay, it is okay if you don't put it in double quote. Okay, in double quote. If you write a single name without any quote, it is fine. Otherwise, you can put it in double quote if it is a string. Okay, this is string. Okay, this is nothing but your integer value. Okay, this is nothing but your float value. Okay, so now how can we print it? Let's see it here. The way we are printing our this value, the same way we are going to print the variable value as well. But there is a different way. Okay. Every task name starts with hyphen. Okay. Do not forget it. I may have missed it in my first video to explain this, but you have to put hyphen first, then give a user-friendly or very understandable name. Okay. Then I will say print variable values. Okay, print variable value. Then say Ansible. We are going to use full FQDN name. Okay, built-in, built-in. Then debug. Fine. Then we can use MSG message. Okay, and we can use var as well to display a value. But whenever we are going to display any value, any referenced value, okay, like var1, okay, so it will come under. This is the first item in this particular module, okay. In this attribute, we are going to give this value a variable name, okay. It will print the value. So we have to put it under double quote and double curly braces. Then only it is going to take this value. Okay, otherwise it is going to give you an error. Fine. So let's run and see what output we are going to get. Okay, Ansible hyphen playbook, then PLB. Always give a user friendly name. Like in my case, I am giving PLB as per the standard or my understanding, right? So PLB playbook, then the first playbook name and whatever proper naming convention in an understandable format. Okay, so that way we can give the name to playbook or to any task, right? So let's run it. Yeah. So you can see here our first task has been printed perfectly here on node 1 and node 2. Okay. Now see here, print variable value. Okay. So what I have given here, var 1, var 2, var 3, right? So here I am trying to put the value here. So it says Ramesh. Okay. Again it says Ramesh. But the problem here is I'm using a var here. Instead of var, if I put message here and okay, it says variable is not defined. Okay, why it is coming so? We will see that. Okay, let's run it. Did you get it? Now, if you would see that to print any message, I'm using message attribute of debug module. Okay, now this variable is coming from this particular variable part. Okay, this variable declaration is having this value. Okay, and now it is getting printed here. Now, did you understand how is it working? Then again, if I give comma and I will say where to, okay, save it and run it. Can you see Ramesh and then 10? Okay, integer value has been printed. But I'm not sure whether it is an integer value or it is a string. So obviously by default, okay, by default, Ansible treats this value as string, okay, string and not integer, okay. And this is always treated as inside double quote, it is always treated as string. If I do not put into double quote, then also it is fine. There is no problem, okay. Let's run and see this. Right, still it is giving me Ramesh as a string and 10 as again a string. So I want to see whether this value is of what type. Okay, check type of. Okay, so here I'm going to say this. I will use pipe here if I want to perform multiple operation on multiple line in multiple line. Okay, so I will use like this. Okay, I can remove this. I can remove this pipe. Okay, so uh, pipe. So here we will apply a filter using pipe and we'll say type underscore debug. Okay, now save the file and let's see whether it is Unicode or a string or integer, what type of it is. Okay, so it says that Ansible Unicode. Okay, so this particular value variable has value Unicode. It can contain 5 as well. Okay, this way. Okay, if I put inside double quote, okay, okay, so this is what it says: Unicode. Okay, in this particular value. Fine. Likewise, we can check for other. Let's copy this and let's say where2, where3, and I will say where4 as well. So for where4, I'm going to take a boolean value true. True. Okay. So let's run. Okay. So see, for first one it says Ansible Unicode. For second one it says integer. For third one it says float. Okay. For fourth one it says it's a boolean. Right. So it is able to find out what type of value it is assigned to a particular variable. So this is how it is going to consider the value. Okay. If I would say that, okay, let's try this. Where 2 plus where 3. Okay. Can you see 30.5? Okay. 10 plus 20, 30, 30.5. Okay. So it is working, right? Now, uh, let's understand set fact as well. So what we have seen till now, we have seen here uh, variables, okay, and then type of data type, I would say data type of where's, and then we are going to see set fact. Okay, set fact is a module. Okay, it is nothing but a module. So let's see this icon set fact module to store the data. Okay, so Ansible dot built-in dot set facts. Okay, here this is a custom variable where we are going to set the value inside our task. Okay, and this variable can be used in other playbook as well. Okay, I'll show you my set fact. Hi, this is Ramesh. Okay, now I want to print this. Okay, what would be my output? Most of the time we are going to get error as well, and we will fix that error so that you will also understand. Okay, so set fact module to store the data. Okay, while storing the data, it is not going to show you anything. Okay, this particular part will store the data on node 1 and node 2, but it will not display here what has been stored. Okay, because this is a console. Okay, we are working on console. It is not a GUI part. Okay, if there was a GUI of Ansible, then we would have seen how the data is stored. But in console, we cannot see the data, but we can see the data by using debug module. Okay, so we are using debug module just to print whatever we have in our variable. Okay, so I was saying that without writing this name, you can print the value. Okay, so we are going to see this now. Let me remove it, or let me comment it. Better, let me remove it. Okay, okay. So I have not written any name there, a user-friendly or very understandable name, but it is going to print this. Okay, see this. The result is same, but the task name which it should have a user-friendly or understandable name which is not there. Okay, I don't know what for what purpose I am using it. Okay, so this is why we are using a name here called name print set fact value, right? So this is how we can identify for what purpose this particular task is going to run or execute. Right? So now let me show you a conditional statement as well. Okay. So let me put a conditional conditional print. Okay. So here what I'm trying to say here is we are going to see when condition. Okay. So here we will use when and then uh, conditional statement. Okay, so this is how we are going to see and then print it. Let's say Ansible underscore dot built-in dot debug message. This is this is integer. Okay, I'll say when. Okay, when when where to when where to is greater than 10. Okay, this is my condition. Is greater than 10. Okay, let's see whether it gives an error in when condition. Okay, or gives us the output. Okay, can you see both the node have skipped this particular statement because where 2 is not greater than 10. Let's make some changes. Let's make it 10.5. Okay, this is integer. You can give anything here, integer, or this is right condition. This is right condition. Okay, then also it will work. This is right condition, right? So then also it will work. So here we are going to say one more when condition, okay, wherein we are going to see, printing the condition based on OS family, okay, as we have seen in our previous video regarding setup, okay, set facts, okay. So all the fact will have its, VM related or OS related details. So there we find Ansible underscore OS underscore family, okay. So here we are going to see whether if the setup uh, CentOS group is let me put all here, okay, because in our host file, see here we have CentOS and Debian server, okay. CentOS we have two node and Debian we have only one node, okay. Let's try to run, okay. I was just taking the remote user, okay. So let's run first of all here this. Okay. So now you can see we have got an error regarding Ansible underscore OS family lower Fedora failed. Error was evaluating conditional check. Okay. It says that OS family is not defined. Means our playbook is not able to get this particular variable name. Okay. This is inbuilt variable name, okay. So here what we are doing here is we are putting the gather fact is putting the gather fact as false, okay. So it is not collecting all the data of each node, target node, okay. So let us make it true, okay, again. So now let's see, skipping no host matched. So I said all. So it says no host matched. Fine. Sandwich, Debian servers, sandwich this. Okay. Let's say Debian server here. Okay. So it is saying that attack permission denied. Okay. Hmm. So here we have Debian and Fedora. If I say here all, so it is not taking anything here. Okay, my first look is getting failed. Mhm. Let's copy this, put it here. Yeah, so in our host file, okay, what I'm doing here, I am just copying this particular Debian server in CentOS file group, okay, and okay, now we are trying to test if let me just cut it, okay, and let me give a different variable, okay, Debian server here colon Vars. So here it will have a different password like Ansible underscore. This is not the good practice, but for learning purpose, we are doing this. Okay, for this, we are going to learn Ansible Vault in upcoming videos. Okay, Ansible underscore user equal to rpec or rk admin, I believe it is. So it is rk admin. Fine. So in our playbook, okay. So we were using false in place of true, okay, and in place of all, okay. Let's see now. So this dot means the file is not saved. Let me save it. Okay, let me run it. So see here, it is trying to gathering all the fact. It has gathered all the fact means all the details of node 3. That is the reason it is taking some time, right? Fine. So we can see conditional print has been skipped for node 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what is there for Fedora. Okay, okay. So for Fedora, it has been skipped. Let's say Ansible underscore distribution is equal to cent OS. Okay, okay. So see here. So Ansible distribution, this particular variable has worked. Okay, it has print only on those particular node where the flavor is CentOS. Okay, node 3 was my Ubuntu machine. Okay, it was Ubuntu, so it was skipped. Okay, this is how the when condition works. Oh, we understood. Okay, so like this, we are going to see many more when conditions in upcoming videos. So that's it for all in this video. And one thing, what I have done here in a host file, CentOS, this particular group can have a variable, specific variable, okay, which belongs, common variable which belongs to all the node. I have the same password for all the node. That is the reason I am using it. Okay, Debian server. If I will have a multiple Debian server which has a same username and password, then this is the way I am going to use the variable part. Okay, host level variable. This is called host level common variables. So every host will be using the same similar password. Okay, that is the reason we are using this way of defining variable at group level. Okay, this particular group will have this variable Ansible underscore password. Debian server group will have Ansible underscore user and Ansible underscore password. So this will be common for each host under each group. Okay, so that's all in this video. We will see more in upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Keep watching, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you.